Good afternoon, everyone. So, let us start our today's session with the topic that is strategic alliance. So, before entering into the topic, first let us discuss what is strategy and what is alliance. So, or in other sense, we can say that strategic alliance is the combination of two terms. First one is strategic and second one is alliance. So let us discuss what is strategic and what is alliance. So strategic means what? Now normally we can say that the long-term plan. The long-term plan of an organization is known as a strategic. Okay. Then second one is a alliance. Alliance means what? Now, association or partnership. Right. Right now we'll combine the two concepts. So as I have said, strategic means the long-term plan or the long-term process of an organization, and alliance is the association or the partnership, right? So strategic alliance means what? Now it is a process of making the partnership in an organization for a long period of time. So that is known as a strategic alliance. Okay. So let us discuss what is the definition of strategic alliance. Now a strategic alliance is a business arrangement where two or more companies work together on a project that benefits both parties. Each company remains independent and retains its own identity, right? So, see, a strategic alliance is a business arrangement, right? It is a business arrangement where two or more companies work together, right? As I said, strategic means long term and alliance means association. So, in strategic alliance, we can find the arrangement of business where we can find two or more companies are work together on a project, right? That means two or three or five or seven or eight number of companies, they are working for a same project, and that project will give benefits to both the parties or to all the companies who are associated for that project. So each company remains independent and retains its own identity. So here each company remains independent because here we can find a association of two or more companies. So that's why each and every company is remains independent and retains its own identity, and each and every company they will stick with their own identity, right? So each and every company has some identity, that means on the basis of the principles, rules, regulations or benefits, etc., and their reputations thus, so they have some identity, right? So here through strategic alliance, we can find the combination of two companies, and here all the companies are independent and they have some own identity. In other sense, we can say that strategic alliances are cooperative agreements between two or more companies to work together and share resources to achieve common business objectives, right? So here we can, in other sense, we can say that strategic alliances are the cooperative agreement. It is an agreement or it is a mutual agreement, right? Mutual agreement between two or more companies to work together means it is a cooperative agreement or mutual agreement between two or more companies to work together and share resources to achieve common business objective. And here each and every company, or if we can find the association of two or three companies, then each and every company will provide or share their resources to achieve the business objective, to achieve the common objective or business objective. Each company maintains its autonomy while gaining a new opportunity, right? And here we can find each and every company they will maintain their autonomy or they will maintain their identity while gaining a new opportunities. In other sense, we can say that a global strategic alliance is an agreement among two or more independent firms, right? So it is an agreement between two or more independent firms to cooperate for the purpose of achieving common goals, right? Yes, here we can find the association or the agreement of two or more companies for achieving the common goal, such as a competitive advantage or customer value creation while remaining independent, right? And here the common goal is like competitive advantage as well as the customer value creation. That means the company will create some value in the mind of the customers while remaining independent, and here each and every company they will remain independent, right? And lastly, we can say that a strategic alliance is a legal agreement between two or more companies, right? So it is a legal agreement. Legal means what? A lawful agreement. So there must be certain terms and conditions or legal rules and regulations must be there, and according to that rules and regulations, both the parties will agree to make a associations. Okay, so that's why we can say that it is a legal agreement between two or more companies which commit resources to achieve a common set of goals. And here the main motto or the main objective of that strategic alliance, that each and every company will share their resources to achieve the common set goals of the organization. So finally, or in nutshell, we can say the strategic alliance means it is an agreement between two or more companies where two or more companies where each and every company will remain independent and they will share their resources, right? Or they will distribute their resources to achieve the common goal or objectives of the organizations, or common goal or objectives of a project, right? So this is all about strategic alliance. Then second, they move to the next slide, that is why strategic alliance. Why strategic alliance means what? Now why strategic alliance is necessary for an organization? As we have discussed, that strategic alliance means one agreement between two or more companies where each and every companies are agreed to share their resources to achieve the common goals of a project or organization, right? So now the question is why the strategic alliance is necessary or required for an organization, right? So the first one is to understand a firm's competitive strategy. It is necessary to understand the value chain of its business. Yes, so the first one is to understand a firm's competitive strategy, right? So to understand the competitive strategy of an organization or of a company, so strategic alliance is necessary. And it is also necessary to understand the value chain of its business. What is the value chain of their business or of its business? To for that purpose, it is necessary to know strategic alliance. The next one is every firm performs a set of discrete tasks related to designing, producing, then marketing, delivering, and supporting its product. Yes. So right now we can find each and every company, they are not performing in a particular way. So they are not focusing to a single way or single area. So now in the now in during this 21st century, or in the 21st century, each and every company, they are giving focus to multiple areas, right? Like designing of the product, then producing the product, then marketing, then delivering and supporting its product. So for that reason, the strategic alliance is required, because through strategic alliance, the different companies, they will share their resources. They will share their resources. So that's why strategic alliance is necessary for the organization. So see, designing, producing, marketing, delivering, and supporting. It is not possible for one company to doing all the activities, right? So through strategic alliance, they will distribute the work, or they will distribute the different parts among the different companies, and here each and every company independently perform their task and they will get the benefits from it. The next one is your value activities are normally physically and technologically distinct, right? Yes, so in through strategic alliance we can also find value chain, and since that value activities is normally possible physically as well as technically. Then in essence, a value chain disaggregates a farms into a component activities, right? So value chain means what is the value chain of the customers, right? So it disaggregates a farm into a component activities. So that's a strategic alliance is necessary. While farms in the same industry tend to have similar value chains, the value chains of competitors often differ in emphasis, right? So the competitors, those who are already existing in the market, so they have also some value chain, right? So through the strategic alliance, it is the company can understand what is the value chain of their competitors. Then identifying these differences is the first step towards understanding company's competitive strategies, right? So see, so through strategic alliance, the company can know what is the current value chain of that particular company and what is the value chain of the competitors, right? So after knowing the value chain of the current company as well as the value of the competitors company, they will find out the differences, right? So these differences, so after finding out these differences, that the company will take necessary steps to achieve the to increase the value chain of the customers. The next one is a firm's value chain and the way it performs individuals' activities are a reflection of its history, its strategy, its approach to implementing its strategy and underlying economics of the activities themselves, right? The next one is nature of strategic alliance. So nature, or we can say the feature or characteristics of strategic alliance, right? So first one is mutual benefit, right? So first characteristics of strategic alliance is mutual benefit. So both companies benefit from the alliance. Yes, so here mutual benefits means both the companies they will get the benefit. So according to the definition of strategic alliance, according to the definition of strategic alliance, that through in strategic alliance we can find the combination, or it is an agreement between two or more companies, right? Two or more companies where both the company will share their resources and get the benefits of the organizations, right? So that's why and both the companies have some own their own independent identity, right? So that's why so that's why the first characteristics or the nature of strategic alliance is that both company will get the benefit from it. Then next one is your resource sharing, right? Yes, it is also another characteristics of strategic alliance. As I have discussed that through strategic alliances the companies are sharing their resources among the companies to get the benefit or to achieve the goals of the organization, or to achieve the goal of the project, right? So that's why resource sharing is necessary. So companies share resources like technology, supply chain, or distribution network, etc. So in case of resource sharing, the companies they will share their resources like they will share their technology, they will also share their supply chain, and they will also or distribution network. They are also share their network. So supply chain or distribution network means what? Now manufacturer to wholesaler, wholesaler to retailer, retailer to customer. So that is known as a resource sharing. So through strategic alliances, the companies are sharing their resources. Then next one is long-term commitment, right? Yes, as I said, strategic means long-term plan, right? Strategic means long-term plan. So yes, through strategic alliance, we can find a long-term agreement or long-term commitment or long-term contract between two or more companies. So the alliance is a long-term commitment. Yes, it is a commitment, long-term contract or commitment or agreement between between the companies, right? If we can find two companies, then it is a commitment or contract between two companies. If we can find 3 to 4 number of companies, then we can also find a contract between 3 to 4 number of companies. The next is a partner autonomy, right? Partner have autonomy. Yes, so see, according to your definition in strategic alliance, each and every companies have their own identity, and they have also their own autonomy. Then next one is your two or more firms unite to pursue a set of agreed upon goals, but remains independent subsequent to the formation of the alliance. Yes, we can find two or more firms unite to pursue the set of agreed goals, right? Yes, here two firms or more than two firms they will agree to achieve their set goals, but remain independent subsequent to the formation of their alliance, and they will here both the company will share their resources, or both the company will give their 100% effort to achieve the goals of the organization, but all the companies they have their own identity or independent identity. The next one is the partners firm share the benefits of the alliance. Yes, the partners firms share the benefits of the alliance and control over the performance of the ascent. That's here all the companies they will share their benefits to control the performance task of the employees. Perhaps the most distinctive characteristics of alliances and one that makes so difficult to manage, right? So see, it is a very difficult task, it is a very difficult task to manage the things, right? Then next one is the partner farm contribute on a continuing basis in one or more key strategic areas, for example technology, product, and so forth, right? So see, this point or this characteristic says that the partner firm contribute on a continuing basis. Yes, the partner firm, they will contribute in a continuous basis in one or more key strategic areas. So as you know, key through strategic alliances, the company, they are sharing their resources. They are sharing their resources. So here we can find they will share the resources like technology, product, like technology, product, then supply chain or distribution network, etc., right? So by making exchange of these things between the two companies or two or more companies, they will get more benefit, or it will be easy for them to achieve the set goals of the organizations. Okay, then move to the next slide. The next slide is what are the motives for alliances, right? What are the different motives, or what gives motivations for alliances, or why the companies, they are interested for alliances, right? Or they are, why the companies, they are ready to go for strategic alliances, right? So the first point is you cannot do everything. Yes, so it is not possible for a single person to everything, and it is also not possible for a company to do all the things like technology development, like the development of technology, development of product, then distribution channels, then supply chain, right? So it is not possible for a company to do all the things, right? So that's why the companies, they are go for strategic alliances, because if the companies, they will go for strategic alliances, then they will get assistance, or they will get help from the other companies, right? So if one company will make an agreement with one more company, or one more or two more companies, then all the companies will give their 100% assistance to the company. So from this, the company, so if the company will go for strategic alliances, then that will help the company to easily get their objective, right? So see, as I said, that through strategic alliances, the company, they are sharing their resources. So yes, definitely the company, they are sharing their resources, like we can say the technology, then first the technology, then second the product, then supply chain, then distribution chain, etc. So see, if one company will go for all these four things, then it will be very difficult task for that company to achieve their objective. But if here here suppose there are in through strategic alliances, 2 to 3 companies, they will associate it, right? So suppose one company will provide the technological assistance or technological development, another company will give the assistance of product development, another company will help for the distribution channels. So that will help the company to easily achieve the goals or objective, right? So that's why you cannot do everything. So for that reason, the company, they are interested for strategic alliance. Then next one is adding value to the product, right? Yes, adding value to the product. So adding value to the product means you will add some valuable things with the product, right? Suppose take the example of one mobile phone, right? So if you are adding different features, then that is adding value to the product, right? So see, 15 to 20 years back, there was no availability of a smartphone in the market. At that time, we found only the keypad mobile, but day by day, the companies, they are adding value to the product. So right now, each and every person's on the present situation, we can find each and every person or each and every people, they are using the smartphone, right? So that is adding value to product, right? So here, that is possible only through strategic alliance. Then next one is improving market access, right? Yes, so strategic alliance also helps to improve the market access. Market access means measure the market. So measure the market means what are the strength of the what are the strength of the customer, what are the weaknesses of the customers, right? So from that we can also we can also find the strategic or we can find through, it is possible only through strategic alliance, right? So then next one is strengthening operations, right? So strengthening operations are, as we know that in through strategic alliance we can find the combination or agreement or contract of two or more companies, right? So here if we can find two to three companies, they are associated for a particular product or service, then definitely each and every company they will give their 100% effort or 100% effort or labor to achieve the goals of the organization. So that's why we can strengthening operations. So here we can find the combination or contribution of two to three companies. So if we can find the combination or contribution of two to three companies, then that helps to increasing the operations, right? Then next one, adding technological strength. Yes, already we have discussed key technological assistance also provided by the companies through strategic alliances, or through strategic alliances one company will give their technological assistance or technological strength to the other companies, right? So which will lead to achieve the goals of the organization very easily. Then next one is enhancing strategic growth, right? So see, growth means what? Improvement, right? So growth and development is possible only through strategic alliances, right? So see, your point is enhancing strategic alliances. Enhancing strategic alliances means what? Or enhancing strategic growth. So if we can find all the two to three companies, they are ready to associate with each other, and they are also ready to share their resources, share the resources like technologies, then we can say that value chain, then distribution chain, right, etc. Then that will help to make the strategic growth. Then next one, the building finance strength, right? Yes, it also helps to increasing the finance strength of the organization. And the last one is that is new market entry, right? Yes, new market entry. If you are entering into a new market, then it will be a very difficult task for you to enter into the market as well as to exist in that market. But if you get an entry pass through the strategic alliance, then you will get more information from the organization, and one more thing is it will be easy for that particular company to achieve the goals or objectives of the organization very easy, right? So these are the motives for strategic alliances. Then move to the next slide. What are the purposes of strategic alliances, right? So the first purposes of strategic alliances is alliances enable buying and supplying farms combining their individual strengths and work together to reduce non-value adding activities and facilitate improved performance. Yes, so alliances or strategic alliances enable buying and supplying farm, right? So it will find a negotiation between the buying firm as well as the supplying firm, combine their individual strength and work together to reduce non-value adding activities, right? So here they can also make together to reduce the non-value adding activities and facilitate improve performance. So the main purpose of strategic alliance only to increase the performance in order for both parties to remain committed to his form of relationship, that is mutual commitment must exist, right? So see, in order for both parties means, as you know, in strategic alliance we can find minimum two parties or two companies to remain committed to this form of relationship. If they will come to this form of relationship, then mutual benefits may exist, right? So that mutual benefit is known as a win-win relationship, right? So this one says that if the company they will go for strategic alliance, then in future they will go for win-win relationship. Then next, move to the next slide. The next slide is key factors of strategic alliances, right? What are the key factors or key elements of strategic alliances, right? So let us discuss what are the key factors of strategic alliances, right? The first one is set the proper partners for intended goals, right? Yes, it is one of the most important factors or elements of strategic alliances. Select the proper partners, right? So see, if it is the first step of strategic alliance, that you have to or you must choose the right partners or the right companies for your strategic alliance, because through strategic alliance you will make an agreement with that company, and through that agreement all the company, they will give their 100% effort to achieve the goals of the organizations, right? So see, if you will not select a proper or good partners for the intended work, then that will hamper the strategic alliance of the organizations. The next one is you share the right information. So see, it is also one of the most important point of strategic alliance. Share the right information. If you are sharing anything, then you should give the right information. If you will give the wrong information, then definitely the company will not achieve the objectives or profit. The next one is negotiate a deal that includes risk and benefits, right? So see, strategy, another element of strategic alliance, that a deal that includes risk and benefits. So it includes both risk as well as benefit, because so see, risk means what? Now it is an agreement between two or more companies. First one. Then second one is second one is more second risk is whether the company will exist in the market or not. Then third one, whether the customer would accept the product or not. So that's how we can find risk. Then second, the benefit means what? If you will get more benefits from that, then you will go for then if you then you will go for other things. Then next one is you come to a realistic agreement on the time, right? So come to a realistic agreement. A realistic agreement means what? Now there should be a legal agreement between both the parties, right? Next one is your mutual flexible commitment on what's suitable to change, measure and share with each partner's culture. Yes, it is one of the most important factors of strategic alliance. That agreement or the understanding must be mutual. Then second, the flexible commitment. So flexible commitment means the flexible or suitable commitment or mutual commitment between both the companies on what's suitable to change. If you want to make any change, right, through strategic alliance, then you must communicate all the things. You must communicate all the things with the company or with the partners. Otherwise, it will create problem. Then next one is measure and share with the partners culture. Okay, and you will share all those things with the partners as well as the cultures of the organizations, right? Then next one is respect and protect the brand of each partner. Yet respect and protect the brand, right? Yes, if you are making a negotiation or contract with another company, then you should give more focus for the brand of both the partner, right? So that means when you should give 50% importance or 50% benefits, 50% benefit to the company, and you must get the 50% of benefits from the company. You will give 50% benefit to the company, and at the same time you will also receive the 50% benefit. So and you should give respect to each and every members of that particular organization. That is, respect and protect the brand of each partner. Then next one is the process of strategic alliance, right? What are the process of strategic alliance? So the process of strategic alliance is broadly classified into five parts. First one is setting strategic alliance, then selecting a partner, then third one is just strategic the alliance, then next one is managing the alliance. The last one is evaluating the alliance. So first one is just setting alliance strategy, right? So the first step of strategic alliance is setting alliance strategy, right? If you are setting a alliance strategy, then you will first collect the past data or past informations of different organizations, right? So through strategic alliance, you can make a agreement or legal agreement between two or more companies. Yes or no? So that is not just meaning of strategic alliance. So setting strategic alliance strategies. So setting alliance strategy means here Here, the companies should go for setting strategy alliance. The next one is selecting a partner. So, selecting a partner is one of the most important part of process of strategic alliance. So, see, if you will choose a good partner, then definitely you will achieve your objective, or both the party will achieve your objective. But if you will select a wrong partner, then definitely you will face loss and loss, right? So that's why selecting a partner is very important point. Then next one is structuring the alliance, right? So after selecting the partner, then next one structuring the alliance. So structuring the alliance means what? Now you will restructure the plans and positions of the organizations. The next one is your managing the alliance. So managing the alliance means after structuring, then it is your another responsibility that you will manage the alliance of the organization. The next one is your re-evaluating the alliances, right? Re-evaluating the alliances means in past case they will select the strategic alliance. So then selecting a paper, then structuring the alliance, then managing the alliance, and last one here re-evaluating the alliance, and finally you will re-evaluate the alliances whether the companies whether the companies are getting more benefits from the strategic alliance or not. Then next, types of strategic alliance. So the types of strategic alliance, it is classified into four parts. First one joint venture, then second one equity strategic alliance, third one non-equity strategic alliance, and last one is global strategic alliance. So let us discuss all the types of strategic alliance one by one. First one is joint venture, right? So what do you understand by joint venture? Now, a joint venture is an agreement by two or more parties to form a single to undertake a certain project, right? So it is an agreement between two or more parties. So through joint venture, the organization can make a agreement between two or more parties or two or more firms, say a single entity to undertake a certain project. Each of the business has equity stakes in the individual's business, right? Each and every business have some equity stake in the business, in the business, and share revenues, expenses, and profit. Then second one is your global strategic alliances. So what is global strategic alliance? Now working partnership between companies upon two or more across national boundaries and increasing across industry, right? So global means one, a global means worldwide, right? So if you are making one agreement of a company, and that person is staying out of our country, then we can say that that is global strategic alliances, right? So in case of global strategic alliances, working partnership between companies, that is two or more companies across national boundaries and increasing across industries. So sometimes formed between company and foreign government, or managed or among companies and government, right? So here we can the agreement. Here we can find the agreement of our country, then foreign government, then other government activities, etc. The next one is an equity strategic alliance. So equity strategic alliance, an alliance in which two or more firms own different percentage of the company. They have formed a combination of their own resources and create a competitive advantage. Then next one is your non-equity strategic alliance. So non-equity strategic alliance means an alliance in which two or more firms develop a contractual relationship. Non-equity. So here under here the person develop a non-contractual relationship to share some of their unique resources, right? So sometimes they are sharing with other as well as resources, right? some other unique resources and capabilities to create a competitive advantage. So these are the different types of competitive advantage. So these are different types of strategic alliance, that is joint venture, global strategic alliance, then equitable strategic alliance, and last one is your non-equity strategic alliance. Then move to the next slide. Next slide is what are the tenets of strategic alliances, right? So the tenets of strategic alliances as follows. So there are so many tenets of strategic alliances. Out of these strategic alliances, we'll discuss few in details. So first one is tenet of maximization. So tenets of maximization, selfishness is the paradigm of the perfect joint venture. Yes, selfish is one of the most important paradigm of the project joint value, right? Then next one is the alliance partners must strive to maximize benefit to each other, right? Yes, the alliance partner they will also maximize their benefits with each other. Besides the immediate benefits to the farm coming together, the arrangement of the parties often on the future opening new doors opening new doors and unforeseen opportunities to both the parties, right? Then next one is tenets of flexibility. Under tenets of flexibility, another fundamental principle of alliance is that the conditions governing the creation and the continuance of joint venture and other collaborative agreements change continuously in view of changes force for the partner view their own objects such as uh, the changes force the partners to review their own objects, which in turn may rob the alliances for the realizations there, right? So, say tenants flexibility means according to this, according to strategic alliances, the company is giving the company is giving less things or less resources to the to the other parties, right? So that should be flexible. The next one is tent of clarity. So tent of clarity, in order to ensure smooth functioning of joint venture, it is imperative to delineate the roles and responsibility of the partners, right? So tenets of clarity. So if you are a partner, then you should give the 100% clarity or 100% transparency to the other partners, right? So in case of joint ventures, we can find the combination of two or more ventures means one and their owner, right? So see tenets of clarity. In order to ensure smooth functioning of joint venture, the independent the in the it is imperative to delineate the roles and responsibility. That a crucial factors behind the smooth functioning of Wiprozi is a clear demarcation of responsibility based on naturally on the unique competencies of each, right? So see tenets of clarity. So according to tenets of clarity, if you are work through joint venture, sorry, through strategic alliances, each and every company should or not should must give their clarity, must move their clarity or transparency to all the companies, those who are associated with strategic alliances in the strategic alliances. The next one, your tenet of value addition, right? So the basic premise of alliances is proving the complementary skills, right? As so the partners have strived to add value, not uh, price to the value, not only to the joint venture but also to each other by complementing their resources, right? In Indian companies are entering joint ventures can use their classic strengths, right? So Indian company they are use their classic ones. Then next one is your uh, uh, classic strength like quick market access. So Indian companies they are providing the value addition like quick market access, then distribution of distribution, then knowledge and local conditions also. The next one is your conditions not as a standard alone skills but as supporting elements to their transactional partners' abilities. The next one is your tenet of autonomy, right? Autonomy means freedom or autonomous, right? One of the basic requisites for the successful functioning of any alliance is its autonomy, right? So see the most important successful function of autonomy is that if the company will give if the company will give if you are coming for an agreement, then each and every company must be give them 100% autonomy for the fact that only an autonomous organization can succeed in the market, so that an organization will be succeed in the marketplace, then delivering to the partners to the benefits they seek, so they will also seek some benefits from that. Then joint ventures or any other form of alliances should not be appended or node of either of the partners. So here joint ventures or any other company, if they are coming from joint venture, then definitely they must be follow. No, if they are coming for the agreement, or if the two companies they are coming for the agreement, then both the companies should maintain their autonomy, or both the companies should maintain their dignity, right? So the next one is tenant of ownership. In case of tenant of ownership, one of the reason for all the fallout of any form of alliances is ownership, right? Yes. So at the time of formation of alliance, where the partners are unsure about the commercial viability of alliance, they agree to settle for minority stakes, right? But as the venture succeed, establishing ownership control often becomes an issue, right? So tenant of ownership. So as you know, through strategic alliances, the companies they are come together. They are come together to achieve the common goal, or to achieve a project, right? So when the companies they will come for an agreement, right? At that time there is no certainty for the achievement of goal, or there is no there is no certainty for the achievement of set goal. So that's why the company they are not giving more focus on that. But if when the transaction when the transactions of the company, or when the transaction of the company will be increased, or when the company they will achieve the goals of the organizations, then what will happen? And then the members they will find a issues they will find a issues and misunderstanding among the members, right? Or among the owners. Then next is the matching tenants. So matching tenants means at times LS collapse because one of the partners find out or find itself unable to finance the joint ventures need after its initial contribution to the quarry, right? So matching that is matching tenants mean they will collect something to contribute to the equity, right? A joint ventures work a joint venture works if partners are investing their resources as per agreement, right? Yes, a joint ventures work if the partners will invest in their resources as per the agreement. Then joint ventures can fall apart due to poorly planning financing. If 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 the company will not interested to invest more money for their work, then definitely it is not possible for the company to achieve their goals and objectives. The next one is success of different alliances partners, right? So what are the different sources, right? What are the different sources of strategic alliances, right? So the sources are like this. First one is your size, right? So fast or most global companies are considerably larger than their potential emerging market partners, then possesses an abundance of financial resources and have a broader range of skills, that is size. Then ownership structure. So in emerging trend market, companies are usually either state owned or family owned or controlled, right? So here we can find three things. First, the state hold. State hold means what? Now they will become the head of a state, right? Then family owned. Family owned means what? Now they will family owned, right? So the family members, they will take the initiative or it may be controlled, right? Then what are the objectives? So the differences in ownership structure implies that the different partners may have conflicting agendas. Yes, obviously we can find some conflicting agenda. The firm's own business may be more interested in ensuring a steady stream of individuals for shareholders than maximizing the short-term shareholders value. The next one is your culture. What is the culture? So cultural differences lead to different value system for the potential partners, right? If we can find some cultural differences means what? Now in the company we can find the different people, they are coming from different places or different cultures or different states, right? So each and every people, the culture of each and every people are not same, right? So this is also another sources of strategic alliances. So cultural differences lead to different values for the potential partners, then which could have implications of for leadership, motivation, and organizational structure. Then next one is your management style, right? So in case of management style, cultural differences and differences in ownership structure have implication leading to differences in management style, right? Yes. So cultural differences, as you know, difference in your culture, then differences ownership, if we can find there is any changes in the ownership structure, have implication leading to differences in management styles, which have a profound impact on the joint ventures performance, right? So that is known as your management style. Then other factors affecting alliances. So apart from that, some other factors also affecting the alliances or alliance strategic alliances, that is expansions of free trade zones, right? So expansion trade zones means if you go for growth and expansion of the business, right? So this trend promotes a regional approach to business undermining national joint ventures, right? So many times the MNCs, the multinational companies, are invested in several states because of interested rivalry in attracting foreign direct investment, right? Yes, if we can find some inter-rivalry, then it will also affect the foreign investment. In emerging market, this result is subscale operations. Then next one is your consideration of local companies, right? So the forces of globalization and deregulation have led rival local companies to consolidate, which has resulted in the same local companies having the joint ventures with two different multinational companies or vice versa. Then errors of judgment, right? So another factor, that is errors of judgment. Many companies have overestimated their parent strength, uh, overestimated their parent strength, and now want it to increase, right? The next one is your growth of emerging market, right? What are the growth of emerging market? And emerging market become more important, more important. There is a competitive for global global companies. Then next one is your changing priorities of local partners. So many family owned business and seeking restructure alliances in order to divest or improve the performance, right? So changing priorities of local partners. So through strategic alliances you can also change the priorities of the local partners. The next one is how alliances develop, right? So how we can find the develop of alliances, right? So first in the formation of strategic alliances. So in case of formation of strategic alliances, relationship between organizations begin, grow, and develop or fail in the manner similar to relationship between people. Yes. So sometimes, so the relationship between people is equal with relationship with the organization. So organizations relationship is equal with the employees relationship with the other employees or other employees of the organizations, right? So that's a relationship between organizations become begin, grow, and develop or fails in the manner similar to relationship between people. No. Then successful alliances normally pass through four overlapping phases, right? So the successful alliances overlap four phases, passing the courtship, then engagement, then discovery of differences, and last in developing mechanism to bridge differences. First one, your courtship, right? So courtship is the first phase of any alliance. Yes, it is the first step of any alliance. Then the second one, then the two organizations meet and attracted and discovering their compatibility, right? So here, as you know, through the strategic alliances, we can find the combination of two or three companies. So two companies. Two organizations meet and attract and discover their compatibility. It is also an exploratory phase in which the partners explore their alliance making options in the form of a making agreement technology, then transfer deal and a license agreement, etc. Then next one your engagement, right? So engagement during the second phase of alliance engagement, students draw up plans student draw up and during the second phase of alliances the two companies draw up plans and finalize the deals, right? Say they will finalize the deals. At this stage the top executives show to institutionalize and disclose the stakeholders uh, what starts as for as personal relationship, then relationship and strategic compatibility and shared vision of two organizations and their chief executives. The next phase is or the third phase is discovering of differences, right? So as the alliances is underway and functionaries of both the organizations get involved in its day-to-day functioning. That is, top management may discover that the organizational people have different perceptions about the alliances, undermining the commitment posed at the top. Then next one is your developing mechanism, right? So under developing the mechanism, before the differences between the alliances partners and the employees of the organization go out of control, right? It is a mechanism which bridge the differences, because if we can find the combination of two companies, then differences will be there. So through their strategic alliances the company try to minimize these differences or make a bridge between these two differences. The top management should resolve also them, the top level management also solve the problem, right? Comprehensive mechanism related to structure, processes, and skills for breeding organizational and interpersonal differences should be devised, right? So sometimes we can also find the interpersonal differences. Interpersonal differences means the differences between the companies related to the behavior, related to the attitude, related to the activities of the people. If this type of problem will be arise, then through the help of strategic alliances the company will fit some, or the company will prepare some mechanism to find out the solutions or to minimize the differences. Then next one is you're making strategic alliances work. How we can make it work, right? So first one is an alliance really necessary, or would outright acquisition or direct investment or contractual relationship suffix, right? So first question is unstrategic alliance is really necessary? The question is it necessary, or it would an outright acquisition or direct investment? So see, according to the definition of strategic alliances, we can find the combination of two companies. So for combination of two companies where both the company will share their resources, both resources just like your technology, then market development, product development, etc., and etc. So according to this, whether it is necessary or the companies are coming for acquisition. Acquisition means when one company will take over another company, or it is direct investment, whether one company is investing their money in another company to get the benefit. Then second one is how sustainable will an alliance be given the partners ambitions and strengths, right? Whether it is sustainable or whether it will be continue to fulfill the ambitions as well as the strengths of the partners. Then the last one is and how should the strategy and tactics they doubt reflect the distinct challenges of alliances between global and emerging market companies, right? And the third thing is why the companies are coming for strategic alliances, whether they are going for globalization or they are ready for the emerging markets. Then a roadmap of emerging market alliances. So see, there are four steps, right? So first step is that the toward by successful long-term alliances, right? So whether the company, the first step is whether the company will go for long-term alliances or not. If the company is go for long-term alliances, then definitely it is a roadmap for emerging market alliances. So here I have written the example of Samsung company. So in the year 1973, the Samsung company was make a joint venture with the 50-50 of joint venture to CRT, that is cathode ray tube, right? So glass for Korean electronics market. So here there was an agreement between two companies, that is Samsung and another Korea companies, only for the strategic alliances. Then the second path involves the power shift towards the global partners, often followed by boycott, right? So see, the second one is whether the companies are go for globalization. So globalization means for the worldwide. So that means for each and every product will be available in each and every country. So for that reason, the companies are going for strategic alliances. So this is the second roadmap or second path. The third path sees a shift of power toward the emerging market partners, right? So see, as we know, in case of strategic alliances, we can find the agreement between two companies, right? The agreement between two or more companies. So that's why here the third phase or the third path or the third roadmap is whether one company will show their power on another companies. And the third one or the last one is the fourth phase is competition between partners, followed by resolution or acquisition of venture by one of them, right? And the fourth one is the competition between the partners, right? So the companies are coming for strategic alliances only for competitions, followed by resolution or acquisition. So acquisition means when one company will take over the shares of another company, right? So for that reason, the companies are coming for strategic alliances. So these are the four steps or the roadmap of emerging alliances. Then alliances strategies and tactics for companies in emerging market. So first one is invest today to build power for tomorrow, right? Yes, that right now the companies are investing their money to get power for tomorrow's, right? The most critical issues for the local companies is how to establish sustainable source for values and thus maintain a balance of power, right? So see, in the present due to the globalization, the foreign companies they are also capture the capture the customers of other companies, right? So that's why it is the local companies they are making struggling or they are doing struggling with the foreign companies. So that's why it is in their mind they invest today to build power for tomorrow. Then the second one is develop your own brands, right? Yes, it is one of the most important thing. Develop your own brands. If you if you want to become a unique, or if you want to create a unique identity in the market, then definitely you should create, or you should develop a new brand or new product in the market. Then next one, your control distribution. So control distribution means how you are controlling your product, or how you are controlling the manufacturers, then wholesaler, then suppliers, then retailers, etc., right? So that is control distribution. Then next one is secure priority assets, right? So see, sorry, security proprietary assets. So proprietary means your own assets, right? If and see, in case of strategic alliances, both the company will come for a agreement, right? Come for an agreement. So for that reason, and if you are making one agreement with another company, then definitely you should give more focus to your assets. Then next one is to become a regional hub for your partner. Yes, you should give a, you should become a regional hub for your partner. The next one is consider less obvious partners, right? Yes, definitely you should consider less to your partners. You should give more focus for your product, for your brand, and for your own identity. Then alliances strategies and practices for global companies, that is position early. Then second is to save the market. Then third one is to think broadly about your partners capabilities. Then next one is identity the key decision makers and involve them early. Then bring all your global capabilities to the table. Then the next one is recognize that a 51 percentage or nothing mindset will close up the opportunities. Then be aware of entering a long-term licensing agreement without performance contracts. And the last one is recognize that the aims of a family owners may differ from those of public companies. Then managing the trade-offs. So these are the slides related to managing the trade-offs. Thank you.